Alright, so here today we got some very fun stuff to talk about. As you all know, there are two Netmarble games coming very, very soon. Those two games are included to be Solo Leveling and the one and only 7DS Origin. I will also say that there are other games that they are preparing. Sadly enough, they are not coming too soon. The ones that I'm really hyped for. So again, there are more Netmarble games releasing within this year into the next one, but these are the ones that I care for. So I'm sharing them with you, right? Today, bunch of new information on 7DS Origin and some very, very depressing news over here about Solo Leveling because I didn't expect this at all, because they were prioritizing this and hyping this up as if it was literally right here. And it all changed just randomly. So today, let's hop into it. If you're new to the channel, like and subscribe, helps out a ton. Let's hop into it. So first, we'll start off with the very first topic here. They did go and update their banner page over here to saying now coming spring 2024. The saddest thing is, this game was supposed to launch within the next 60 days. That was what it was promised to be, right? It was always saying fourth quarter, the end of the month, end of the year, sorry, of 2023, and they officially have changed it. And I don't know why. This game was very much close to readiness. It was literally almost ready to go, and all the gameplay and everything, and so much has been releasing. Like, they've shown off 80% of the game at this point. That's how much gameplay they've released constantly. Like, genuinely, I'm not trying to be toxic here or anything, but I've played other games. For example, let's say this right now. An example for, let's say, Overlord Mobile, right? That game, in comparison to this, is nothing. That thing is like an ant. Because all that they've shown over here is everything. They've shown every ounce of content. When we were running into Overlord Mobile, and let's say the beta didn't exist. Let's say the beta did not exist. We literally knew about two things, being the storyline and the PvP, being non-real-time, right? This has a full-blown co-op mode. This full-blown has story in, like, so much stuff that they've added and shown us. So we've seen almost everything, but it just randomly popped up. And it is kind of depressing for me. I really want to play this year. But it's always true that a game that gets delayed is better to be, you know, fixed up and everything. So when it releases at perfection. Because this has the chance to be a very big game. And yeah, I'm still, again, I know that I'm happy about that being delayed because they can fix it up and do everything. It just shocks me that, like, they were hyping this up as if they were ready to go. Like, this just came out of nowhere. Like, changing the banner just like that. And they haven't even announced it yet that it's fully delayed. They just changed the banner and, like, silently did it. Because they were saying that it is going to release soon. And they also went on the stage for G-Star and said specifically, again, not a global announcement, but they said, yeah, it's quarter, I think, what, quarter one, 2024, or it's quarter two 2024, around one of those times. I exactly don't know when it's going to fall into, but they said that it's going to release in 2024, at bare minimum the first half, correct? Which is, again, to me, what the fudge? I did not expect that, but it happened, all right? And again, the game is literally almost ready. It's like it was. From what we saw and everything that we saw, and people that got their hands on the game to test the game, they all said that this game is perfection and ready to go. So, again, that's why I specifically am really shocked that did happen, but beyond that, they also had like a full-blown presentation for 7DS Origin. So much information has been releasing, just by the way, on this game, right? And again, this game is already set. I made a video on it recently that is releasing in 2024, second half. And again, I hope you realize this. People keep asking me this question. It's launching day one global, KR, JP, everywhere. It's a simultaneous release because that is how Netmarble operates. Keep that in mind. Second, they are going to be releasing PC, mobile, and console all on the same day also. They are not planning anything besides that. They are launching everything day one, which is insane, dude. Insane that they are cooking that up. But they also released this trailer, which I showed you this trailer already, so I don't want to give you repeat information. But again, you're more than welcome to search it up and find the trailer. It's like super easy to find, so keep that in mind. But we'll get past that. They also show this, all right? So I showed the screenshot also for a little bit. We have a much higher quality version of it. They are specifically showing you that every universe here is going to be colliding into one. This was the first movie. This is the second movie. Every part of the universe is going to be put together, which is nuts to me, right? They're going to combine every 7DS story and bring it here. Original stories that you haven't even seen already, being like manga based only, right? All these things are going to collide in this universe, and 7DS Origin is going to be that, like, that timeline where everything has happened together, and characters that have gone and kicked the bucket, and characters that are not even in the game yet, or not even in the anime yet, that are in the future for the manga, they're going to bring them here through a time thing, right? And this is like an insane concept. I hope everyone understands how insane that concept actually is, because that is going to be huge. That is going to be like massive. Being able to bring all these characters into one area, you have to realize, like, in comparison, Escanor is a very hyped character. Realizing not to release Escanor is an absolute sin. Get it? All right, keep going. Yes, that's a sin to actually not do. So how do they tackle that? How do they tackle that aspect? Because you want to go and continue the 4 story, but you don't want to kill off Escanor. You don't want that to happen. So that's how they're going to do it. They're going to combine all these timelines together. So even if Escanor died in one timeline, my mans can still exist in every other timeline. So he can still exist in the game. You can still get Ultimate Escanor. You can still get Purple Jacket Escanor. You can still get the one Escanor. All these Escanors can exist because of that, time thing, correct? Which is, in my opinion, very, very cool. Hence why in that trailer they threw that secret Rita, right? And it landed right in front of the screen. You're like, oh, what the fudge? Escanor is coming. Because it's just, that's how they plan to do it. So you have to understand that that's why some of the things may look awkward. They also have a bunch of mini games coming, right? There's a farming thing where you have to grab all the materials and everything. You have to go fishing, do all of that. You can also go fishing like this. You can also start cooking. And look at that, my boy whipping up some good food here. I got the cooking animation. I got this over here, diving and everything. So they have that full blown ready to go. But it is very cool. They have a lot of things planned. They have a lot of things ready too. Like, again, look at that. Like, just going and getting the materials you kind of need, breaking each of the things. Again, similar to, I think, Genshin, other games like that, they have these similar systems. So just keep that in mind that it's here too. They also have one of the first bosses here revealed, and it's I don't know his name. What is it? I don't know his name. I'm gonna die here now. I don't know his name. Moving forward, we have one of the first bosses here. Looks very, very nice. Absolutely great. There's also going to be open world bosses where you can go and compete randomly to get some materials out of it, similar to, again, Genshin. But look at this. You can have all of the characters transitions here on the right. You see this? Transitioning from King into Merlin into everything. I really like it. And they also, by the way, if you don't know this already, they actually went and they updated all of the UI here. All of the UI has been updated. You have like the objective over here on the top left. You have your full menu bar over here, the map over here on the top right, health bar, and then the skills over here in the middle. So they changed the skills. That was in a different area. They put the skills now to the middle, and they put the character selection, like the roster here. So they changed a lot of the UI, right? And I'm actually really fond of this new UI in comparison. I've seen a lot of hate for it already, but this new UI is just, in my opinion, very really good. So do keep that in mind, but again, that's just my 10 cents. That's my 10 cents. And that's basically what they were showing over here at G-Star. There is a little bit more. Puzzles are going to be there. Chests, again, just unlocking stuff and, simple things like that. They were just showing a lot of the features and things they've been working on. This is the cube minigame that they were doing. The guy took like 20 minutes to solve on the video. There's like I guess a respawn point or something like that, or a healing point similar to, again, Genshin. This is the open world boss that they were showing, which, again, there are a lot of bosses and a lot of creatures that have been created. And apparently Nakaba's working on a lot of the art also. So they have character designs and everything from Nakaba being more official stuff. So it's like all canon in a way, right? That's actually insane to me also. Like, they're doing all this stuff for Origin. Like, they're taking it seriously. They're not like, throwing some dumb stuff here, throwing things at the wall and seeing if it sticks. Like, they're doing everything to the T perfectly, right? And again, showing some more stuff here, finding the Grey Demon. Demons are going to pop up randomly. You can actually farm them for materials. I think that was what was being described, which is insane also. It's like really cool things being added. And given like all the bosses that, Nakaba can create and that they already have created, there's going to be a lot of different enemy types constantly popping up. We have like a mining thing over here, roller coaster thing. I don't even know. Looking nuts. Got the whole crew there. You got Gil Thunder. You got Hauser. You got Grimoire. And then you have, I think, Gother in the front, unless I'm blind. Is that not Gother? There's a fourth person, I don't know who that is. But beyond that, also on the right side there, you have Tristan and everyone taking care of another puzzle thing. And that's basically it, right? That's basically what they were showing in this presentation. And it was a very, very well-done presentation. They have so much of that game ready also. So I'm shocked that solo leveling got delayed when this game was like literally ready to go. But again, a game that gets delayed is always better than a game that releases to be like buggy as hell. You could see it. Remember, Black Clover, whatever it was, it got delayed. And even then, after all those delays, they still weren't ready for what the game was, right? Launching with no real-time PvP and launching with terrible, terrible things, and then taking forever to give those quality of life. Again, whatever you say, I'm not hating on Black Clover. I don't do that. I literally hype it up as much as I can. It's true. The game launched at a very poor state, as if the game was just not even ready to go, right? Missing a lot of stuff. Content that came after was like piss poor quality, right? It was just so little. And at the point you were like, what the fudge happened? Hence why the game is now only making 100K a month, right? Which is very bad for a game like that. So hoping that these games can land on the day when they release, right? With everything ready to go, less bugs, great game, great things, great update, great content, and then following that in the months to come, they keep the game alive with new things, new quality of life updates, and everything, so players know that the game is going to stick around, right? So hopefully that is the case. I think, again, for what it is, Netmarble can handle that just because Tower of God exists, and they've done that game very well, okay? They were literally announced 30 dev notes and said, we are giving you endless content till December. Be ready for it, right? They're like, all this content for the new year also planned. It's insane. So I think that they definitely, out of all companies, can handle it. So do what you will with hearing me say that, but Yeah, very, very well done. And again, sadly delayed over here. We're aiming for a spring 2024 release, which is, again, sad, but it is what it is. Over here, budget new information for 70th Origin, but again, aiming for a second half of 2024 release. So we got some time. Let's enjoy 70th Grand Cross till then.